Yes. So here, let us begin now. Okay, now the count is being increased to 27. Okay, so let us begin now. Okay, so here, in today's class we will be looking into this, that is the one of the most important concept, that is the while loop statements. Okay, so here, what do you mean by this while loop? Okay, so while loop is generally called as, okay, it is being called as the entry control loop. Okay, so while loop is going to be called as the entry control loop. Okay, so why this while loop is going to be called as the entry control loop? Okay, so because as the name itself indicates, okay, so here entry control loop means what? Before executing the statements, okay, we are going to check for the condition. Okay, so if the condition is gonna be the true, okay, then only the statements will be executed. Okay, if the condition, okay, is gonna be the true here, then only the statements that are gonna be present inside the while statement will be executed. Okay, so if the condition is not gonna be satisfied, or if the condition is false means, then the statement within the while loop will not gonna be executed. So here, why the while loop is gonna be termed as the entry control loop means, because here in the while loop, it is going to first check the condition. Here it will check the condition first. Okay, so after checking the condition first, okay, then only the statements will be executed, provided if the condition is true here. Okay, now let us see the syntax of how we can write the while loop, okay, in the Python programming language. Okay, now you can notice here, okay, this is what is the syntax in the while loop here. Okay, so here while space expression colon, then statement, yes, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, so on up to the what is that n number of statements you can write in the while loop here. So what is the syntax here? While space expression. So here in this expression you are going to specify the conditions here. Okay, here in the expression we are going to specify the condition. Okay, we will be specifying the condition here. Okay, so this condition might be true, might be false, depending upon the program. Okay, so here now let us consider one example here. Okay, so here now you got to understand that yes, while loop is nothing but an entry control loop. Okay, here where the condition is going to be the checked first. Okay, if the condition is going to be satisfied, then only the statement will be executed. Okay, so the expression, it has to be a logical expression, and it will return either a true value or a false value. Okay, now let us consider here one example here. So here I have taken the value of the count equal to 0 here. You can notice here that I have taken the count value equal to 0 here. Okay, so here, in the while condition, okay, in the while, uh, defining the while statement. Okay, so here in this while loop I have specified the condition that the count value, okay, that is it should be less than 9 here. Okay, so this is what is the condition. Okay, so first of all the count value is being initialized to the 0 here. Okay, so then the count value will be checked whether the count value is less than 9. Yes, obviously the 0 is less than 9, right? So then we will be printing, so this particular statement will be printed, that is the count is count. Okay, it means that the 0 is going to be the printed. Then after that the count equal to count plus 1, it means that we are going to increment the value of the count. Okay, that is the instead of 0 now it becomes 1 here. Then 1 will be checked. Okay, so here 1 will be once again checked with the 9 here. Yes, 1 is always less than a 9, so then 1 will also be printed. Similarly the 2 will also be checked with the 9 here, the condition. So 2 is always less than a 9, so then the 2 will also be printed. So then what will be the output of this particular program means, here, okay, it will be printing you the 0, you will be getting 1, you will be getting 2, you will be getting 3, 4, So up to what? Up to 8 you will be getting here. So when the value of the count becomes 9, okay, so when the value of the count becomes 9, okay, that is very very important here. So when the count value, okay, is equal to 9, then the program is going to be the terminated. It means that the control comes out of the while loop. Okay, so as long as the count value is less than, so because here we have specified the condition here, you can clearly notice here in this particular example here is that yes, we have specified the condition here. What condition that we have specified? We have specified the condition that the count value must be less than 9 here. So if the count value is a less than 9 means what is that? 0 1 2 3 so on up to what is that? The 9. Okay, 0 1, okay, 2 so on up to what is that? The 9. Okay, so that's how we will be dealing with the what is that? The while loop here. So what is the syntax for the while loop means? Here the syntax for the while loop is while space expression colon then the statement 1 statement 2 so on up to the statement n. Okay, so here we have considered one example. As I already told you, count value equal to 0, then I am going to check the condition here is that whether the count value is less than 9, then I will be incrementing the value of the count with the help of the count equal to count plus 1. Okay, so this is how we will be writing an example, okay, for the for loop here. So we will be writing an example for the while loop here. Okay, so here the while loop is all about what is that? It is an entry control loop. It means that the condition will be checked first and then the statement will be executed. Okay, now let us consider here now the this is everyone clear about this the while loop? Yes, everyone clear about the while loop, right? Yes, each and everyone understood the while loop concepts, right? Yes, yeah, I want response from your side. Yes, yes, while loop is being clearly understood, right? Yes, yeah, okay, fine, very good. Now we will be looking into this. What do you mean by this? The infinite loop here. Okay, so here what do you mean by this infinite loop? Okay, so here as the name itself indicates here, okay, that is infinite loop. Okay, so here an infinite loop means what? Okay, first of all you need to understand sometimes while doing the programs you have encountered that the infinite loop. Okay, it means that your program will be keep on running infinite number of times. All right, you have encountered that in either in a C while doing the programs in a C or in a Java also. Okay, so here you must be very much cautious, okay, while using the while loop, because of the possibility that the condition will be evaluated to be a false means then it might result in a loop that never ends at all. Okay, so a loop that never ends at all is going to be termed as the infinite loop. As the name itself suggests here, infinite loop means what? The loop that never ends. Okay, so the loop that never ends. So that is what we call it as the infinite loop here. Okay, so what is the usage of this infinite loop here? So where actually this infinite loop is going to be used here? Okay, so infinite loop will be useful in the client server programming. Okay, how sir, how the infinite loop will be useful in the client server programming means, because the server in the client server programming, the server needs to run continuously so that the programs can communicate with it whenever required. So for that purpose, okay, an infinite loop will be very much useful in the client server programming. Okay, so here now let us consider here okay, here we have taken the one of the example here, while variable equal to 1 here, then I have defined that the variable that is the num equal to raw input, enter a number here, then I will be printing you entered. So here this program, okay, it is going to be going into this, it is going to be entering into the infinite loop here. Okay, so until when it is going to stop, okay, till you enter the control C. As long as if you couldn't able to enter the control C, then the program will be in the infinite loop itself. Okay, so this is what is this infinite loop is all about. Okay, so while specifying the conditions also, you need to be very much careful about the infinite loop. Okay, now can we able to write, okay, that is the while statement. Okay, can we able to write the while statement, okay, in a single line? Yes, we can do that. Okay, so how we can do that means with the help of this, that is the while. Okay, we can write here the while. Okay, you can clearly notice here we have specified here the, that is here the while we have specified, and then we have specified the expression, and then here you can specify the whatever the statement that you want. Okay, so what is the necessary of going for this the single statement? Okay, so what is the necessary of going for the single statement means, okay, that is as already I have explained you the couple of times. Okay, if the lines of codes is being reduced, okay, so if the lines of codes is going to be the reduced means, then the program memory space will be reduced, then the program can be executed, okay, with a full uh, performance. Okay, so that's why here whatever in the we will be writing in a single statement here. Okay, so a single statement if you could able to write, it will reduce the code. If you reduce the code, memory will be reduced. If the memory is going to be reduced means, then the performance will be enhanced. So for that reason we will be going for this the while we will be writing the while loop in a single line. So just so this is all about this the while loop. Okay, now we will be moving into this the for loop also. Okay, so here what do you mean by this the, now you clearly understood the while loop, okay, and you clearly understood the infinite loop. So now let us move into this the for loop. Okay, so here in this for loop, okay, so as the name itself suggests here for loop, probably you have also seen, okay, you have seen this particular for loop in the C programming also and in the Java programming also. Okay, so now let us see how to write a for loop in a Python. Okay, so here the syntax for writing the for loop in the Python here is that, so here we will be writing for, okay, space, okay, iterating variable in a sequence. Now that is very very important here. What does the syntax means? For space, then the variable name. So that variable name we have specified it as the iterating variable name. Then in keyword is going to be the used here. Then sequence means either you can specify the sequence, that is the set you can specify, list you can specify, so whatever the things that you want you can specify. So what is the syntax for defining the for loop, okay, in the Python means for space iterating variable, then in sequence. Okay, so here now we can notice here in this particular example here is that, yes, I have taken, okay, that is for, okay, here I have specified the keyword for here space letter in Python. Okay, so here letter is nothing but a iterating variable here. Okay, and then here Python is nothing but a sequence here. Now see, this is what is the one simple example that I have specified here. So let us consider the another example. Okay, so where you will be getting a clear cut idea about the for loop here. So I have taken here the fruits. Okay, that is I have taken here the fruits, that is the sets here. Okay, fruits equal to what is that, it contains the banana, apple, and then the mango. And then I will be using the for loop here in order to retrieve the fruits. Okay, that is the, in order to retrieve the banana, apple, and then the mango, I will be going for this for loop here. So here for space fruit in fruits here. Now we can notice here is that the fruit is nothing but a iterative variable here, and then the fruits is nothing but that is the list. It can be a list, it can be a sets. Okay, so here we have specified it as a Okay, here in this the example we have specified the name for that is as a fruits here. So whatever the name that you are going to specify, that you need to use it. Okay, then I will be printing the fruit here. Okay, so now in the for loop, okay, what you need to understand here is that uh, the for loop is going to be used for iterating, as the name itself suggests here. Okay, so for loop, it is going to be used. Okay, it has the ability to iterate over the items of any of the sequence, whether it might be a list or whether it might be a string also. Okay, so here you can clearly notice here is that I have taken the fruits list. In that I have specified banana, apple, and then the mango, and then I will be able to retrieve the each and every value here. Okay, so this is what is this the for loop is all about. Okay, now let us consider here the iterating by the sequence index. Okay, so another example what we will be considering here is that, okay, iterative by the sequence index. Okay, so an alternative way of iterating through each item, okay, is gonna be the by the index offset. Okay, that is how we will be using that means. Okay, see here we have specified that is the fruits equal to the banana, apple, and then the mango. Okay, and then I will be using here the for loop. In that I will be specifying the index, because this is the program which is will be dealing with the iterating by the sequence index. So I will be writing the index here, that is for index in. Okay, I will be specifying index in range. Okay, and then in the bracket I will be specifying the len, and then fruits are nothing but the whatever the name that you are going to give it, either to the list or to the sets or to the dictionary. Okay, so that is what is the name that you are going to specify, and then I will be printing. So this is how the alternative way, okay, of uh, specifying the iterating by the sequence of the index. Okay, so here now you clearly understood that, yes, you clearly understood that what is this the for loop. Okay, and then how the for loop is going to be specified. Okay, and then even you clearly understood that, yes, how we can go for the iterating by the sequence index. Okay, now next we will be looking into this. Okay, what do you mean by the break statement? Okay, so we will be having so in today's class that this will be the last topic, that is we will be having a discussion regarding the break statement. See, probably you the name itself suggests here. So your break statement means what? Okay, so as the name itself suggests here, the break statement in the python, it is going to be terminating the loop itself. Okay, so there should be someone to terminate the current loop. So then who is going to do that? Okay, so who is going to do that in the python programming language means it's the break statement. So the break statement in the python, okay, it is going to be used to terminate the loop. Okay, and then now suppose if you could able to use the break statement means it will terminate only the current loop, but the execution resumes. Okay, for the next statement. It doesn't mean that the program will come, program will not gonna be executed. It is not like that, it just comes out of the loop itself. Okay, so here the break statement in the python, okay, it is going to be used to terminate the current loop. Okay, and it resumes the execution at the next statement itself. Okay, so here now how the break statement will work means, here let us consider here the one example here. Okay, so here we are considering the example here. I have taken the for letter in the python. If letter equal to h, yes, if the letter value is equal to h, then immediately after that particular statement, then the if we are specifying the break statement, then the control comes out of the loop itself. It means it comes out of the for loop, but the remaining statements in the program will be executed. So that is what is the meaning of the break statement. So break statement will not going to be breaking the whole complete program. It is going to be used to terminate only the current loop. Okay, so that is what is this the uh, break statement is all about. Okay, so here now let us consider here one more example here. Okay, variable equal to 10 while variable greater than 0. Okay, and then I will be printing the current variable here, and then variable equal to variable minus 1. So if variable equal to 5, then I will be going for the break statement here. Okay, so what does this break is all about means? So if the variable value equal to 5 means, then automatically the break statement is going to be executed. Then if the break statement is going to be executed means, it makes the control, it makes the loop to come out of that. Okay, so that is what is the usage of this, the break statement is all about. Okay, so just quick recap of the today's class. What are all the things that we had discussed in the today's class? Okay, so in today's class, okay, we had a discussion regarding the that is the while loop. Okay, so while loop is going to be called as the entry control loop. Okay, since the conditions is going to be checked, and then the statements within the while loop will be executed. Okay, and then we had looked into this, that is the infinite loop. Okay, so what do you mean by the infinite loop means? That is whenever the loop enters into the never ending process, so that loop that never ends is going to be termed as the infinite loop. Okay, so here, and then how to write a uh, uh, in a single line, we had seen that while loop, how to write it in a single line itself. So what is the syntax for that? Okay, we had seen that, that is while expression colon then the statement. Okay, then we had looked into this in the today's class, that how the for loop is going to be specified. Okay, so the for loop in a python, it has the ability to iterate over the items of any type of a sequence or a list or a string here. So what does the syntax means? Already we had discussed that. For space iterating variable in sequence, and then the statements. So this is what is the syntax. Okay, and then how to iterate by the sequence index, also we had seen that we should use the index for index in range, and then inside of the bracket we need to specify the len. Okay, len, and in bracket we need to specify the name of the list or the dictionary or whatever that we have used. Okay, so here, and then break statement. Okay, so the break statement in the python, as the name itself suggests, it is going to be used to terminate the current loop. Okay, okay. So is that clear to each and everyone now? Yes. Is that clear to each and everyone? Yes. Is everyone clear about that? Yes. Now I will be taking an attendance, so I request, okay, each and every student to be very much attentive, so that whenever I will be calling out your roll calls, okay, you need to specify. Okay. Yes. Yes. In the meanwhile, yeah, any one of you could able to explain what are all the things that we had discussed in the today's class? Yes. Yes, now I will be calling out your roll calls. So I request each and every student to be very much attentive. Okay. Yes, 83. Yes, 83. Yes, roll number 83. Yes, roll number 83. Okay. 84. Yeah, 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. Okay. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. Okay. 94. 95. 96. Are you understanding the concepts? Yes, 96. Are you understanding the concepts? 97. 98. 98 is present. Okay. 99. 99. A naught. Yes, are you understanding the concepts? A1. A1. A2. A3. A4. A5. A6. Okay. Kupendra, are you understanding the concepts? Yeah. A6. A6. Okay. Are you understanding the concepts? A7. A8. A9. B naught. B1. B2. B3. B4. Okay. B5. B6. B7. B8. B9. C naught. Saurabh, the PPT and even the voice is being audible, right? Both the things. Yeah. Okay. 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 Fine. C1. C2. C3. C4. C5. C6. C6. C7. C8. C9. C9 is present. Okay. D naught. Yeah. Pawan Kumar. Yeah. I put. Yeah. D naught. D1. D2. D2. D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8, D9, E1, E2, E2. Okay. 497 you will be put as a absent itself, okay, because whenever I will be calling you need to tell like that, okay. Okay, next time be attentive, okay. Yes sir, next is here E2. E2, I will later I will, okay, put that attendance, okay. First of all, I whenever I will be telling it as a sequence, let me finish it, okay. Yes, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6, E7, 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 E8, E9, F0, F1, F2, F3, F4. Harshavardhan, the PPT and voice is clear, right? Yeah. F5, F5, F6, F7, F8, F9, G1, G2. Okay, now, yes, the students, those who are not being, you can specify the roll numbers here. You have, those who are not, yes, 99. Yes, yeah, yeah. Attendance, I have not made it visible. Okay, attendance. Okay, you want me to do that? Okay, I will make it.